radio back for Jesus, no yo. Oh, you can see. Jesus, no yo. Oh, you can see. Oh, you can see. Top radio back for Top radio back for
so ye na yamfa no kroye adwen ba ko na koma ba ko emfa nyi onyankopon aye na numre wasa hwe yen so na watwi akwa ba beto me no mie no de amanfo fa mu ye fa mu bi nso waji ye firi ni nyina mu kwanyo mo fa so ye fa so bie aduane ebinum di ye ka ebinum fro ye yenso ye fro bi nyina mu no apo ahwe yen so akra ye ama ye da so tenkwa mu tekramai da abodwe mu na moje die mu afiri sane dia de ye kan se animonyam nka ne din animre ye da na se wahwe yen so na ye tenkwa mu megidi se wo ho ye pa de ba bia wo bia ma wo sa so na me hwe oh nyame mu ade Yesu mu ade o question na maybe say won na numre ni say ye ka say obi wotima say ni pa ne ni pa hwan pa na wotima enti wa wutie me wugidi so wotima because me gidi say ni pa wotima no aya da bia de ode be ye nunua no odi kan dwen ono no de no ho say enti de me de ye nipa yi say ye me na nipa ne de ye me na nipa foforo de ye me a nke be ye me da na say o wotima ade ma wunua nunu abone wo tema ede ma wunu a wonka nua ho asembone wo tema ede ma wunu a onwe hye ne ba fen da never in your life na didie mu hiawo ne nkoso ho hiawo ne bibio be ye bia ho hia so wo tema sa man sa nipa no nko ade a eti na numre so hwe mpanifo o mo abedi ye nso kwa hwan pa na wo tema ede mo man Ghana hwan na wo tema ma me no mienu hwan na ya asem eye na asem hwan na Zabin producer ye dadwene ye ne dadwene na enko ye ono nko ho ye nya bisa wo ha se ana na we are to see one e wo Ghana ha se ana and me mo akwa ba mo adwo de badwuma dia so mpacho fe the final point ye trans Monday to Thursday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. na ye de my Ghana enkomo e na abesom wo and me check your time 31 minutes after 7, live on top 103.1. My name is Kwabena Owusu Agyeman, the governor. Many crew natna say Awa Said Mohammed Philip Akono and Kayla Segs. Yatna say Dijuma de Bro. Now Crony Abesore, Yebedin Komo Adal. Omar Ibrahim, my national communication team member, the man this Amanya Krono. Michael Mariwade, former national third vice chair MPP Amayeko ne betra se ne yedi nkomo enkomo ne Dawson. No one of my supporters fired gun at Aguna West rally. Cynthia Morrison, former gender minister, ne kan say we say, well, yebehwe John Dramani Mahama so akasa biemo. O say afi Yakopon ya adom na se mode akonya ne hye ne nsa. Obehwe Zongo communities no healthcare de mo fa ne kwa. Obe improve no be ma normal course ye kama pa de amamo. Obehwe se mo ani nya toto da esam so domo. Obekos na wa normal papa e de amamo. Power outages due to gas shortage. Hey, Samum. Hey, great Kofa na ka say yo. Pia me wasem bi kan ne. Mo wasem bi kan ne. Anyways, me mo akwa ba na mama wajo e da ba dwumadie so Nyankopon tina ne mu kire say why part of dwumadie. Ye no transe kopem say no nkron bebo na ya sorry. Emre pam no mama ho so kwan na do top word na den aba. Na Ghana te say o man na wuti mu no wankasa o feel say e no ma e ko say. O direction it is saying 40 days from today. Na yato abana wi by this time na yato awi. Na ba bia isifo ehwe so mo bekan ye gye ho na ni de more reflectors blue e show mo na isi egu akire na party agents force wo hobi na supporters etwa ho hia na ye kan 40 days from today and as I dey no bekoso eti na ya betwe 40 days na mu nsem bi ni de he na de ne ye de o chena from na kwana day bia no ensem we kode ni mu no ye be ma waso ate eti 40 days from today mu nsem ye de be ma but e no ma because minim se ba bia wo sa na te de a ari yes say ye odun so mu ana ye odun so mu ana se ni dun so mu minim ba bia wo tambe na ye so like tambe na ye dum no wonso ba bia wo no dum so na e ka wa na se nkan but say trust me and then me kan okre bia kiro Nyankopon ya adom a wo ho ye to aba wia dum so no e be ye massive e wo krom ha sei dum so no be ba e san ba biem so John Mahama na ne ho ye memobo if in case say John Mahama nyamitim dia na say Ghana for dia konya ne hye ne nsan ko ade a John Mahama will still come and meet dum so and MPP for will say ye ka kire mo say dum so John Mahama do de ne ba o de dum so na aba back tie ni yo say John Mahama e ba 2024 just after election say MPP say John Mahama na eba o say ba o mia dum so will come back dum so no ebeba ye kwoto abakranti a entimi nye ayisa no eti omo dane omo nsan kakran ni na iskasem ene sika na san sika ye de ye na eni ho so when John Mahama take over pe sikasem no be kofom enti dum so no be ye massive o ye den eti MPP for be ba be ka che Ghana for say ye ka chem so moto abama John Dramani Mahama dum so be ye den ebeba back and that is what John Mahama ebe face so onya wini nko ade a nan aye friends Dr. Baumia so wini a dum so will still continue and dey kra be ye worse dum so will continue na be ye worse ye beto abayinti na dum so na ye dey aye 50-50 ye say amaha of kakra na ya ma so de kakra na ya yesi eti fashion wadwum say just after 7th December ye to aba declare we gom dum so is back here. They are not telling her the truth. Sikani, whatever they are doing, according to Great Co. Power now monse can dema ECG for no. Less isha. Just so much kakra mayen. But then across the nation, some section of mine and I experience we say it. Say do so by na Accra has any Kumasi. I mean the capital cities in na or more na affect your more. Definitely that one is gonna happen. So John Dramani Mahama say mu obibi a in case he say nyame e ma mu wini dia mu opposition ye aka some few days a ye baka akoto abam. Onkro for on behwe wo energy ne so no. Mo munya investigation from now nti ye take over na solution papa bi wo ho a mo betimi aye de ana mo aye esa mo anhwe ni yepe ye be wuram na saa de be ba be ya de bi ato wo kon mu se wo de wo take over bi a dum so ye den eba se wo take over on my way say bi a dum so nti ye de dum so no be target a wontimi nyi wo ho ano because yes indeed o time na dum so wo ho ampa okoye nso a wo san ba bi ma dum so na san be de abaye west nti no na animu ye so wo bibi ye wo ho a make sure say yes unya mapa but say na 50-50 mo betima ba eti shase ma say John Jinaponom ayenim say definitely John Jinapo eba energy side a obetima koye minister na deputy ni de obekonti omo sha say working on so mo ba ya no solution bia na omotim di aba ni mu ya because eba na say mo san be ye explanation say oh and these MPP na creating that kind of Ghanaians are not going to buy into that. We are not going to take that one. Yeah, mama me can't say so MPP for not do so no ho na almost sikani na whatever because
stop radio back
time do so will come just after election. So we winning kwade a who take over na do so no be west. Inti animu ye in opposition you know. Minister by na where you ministers awie. Inti omo be call energy side no omo sha say working on. Enye say beba be ye ade bi ade be target say Ojo Mahama any time obenya opportunity say all taking over this country you know but they do so ba and this ebeba it will happen take it and then they saying and then Monday 28th October 2024 and then me kasa same way on final point do so will come back under your administration. It will be yes, you are not yet say wabapa. Name will make sure say Samuel meaning say where you one piece, Messi one piece. Where you what do you call it? Ministers every day. They should start almost sense such a problem, no be a problem ni free. Na mo pe solution bi a mo say scan anywhere mobile ya kwan be fa so mo be ya do. Anya sa John Dramani Mahama if do so esamba open so bi ma Obama NDC amayoko na ye mobo pa na kwese sankrofo ye anytime omunya pa na dun so oba no we don't want that thing again so make sure say obeye ama normal ye akoso kama 29 minutes after 7 ensembe NACC Awa Said Mohammed aka Prince it is saying no microphone ma okay cuz Africa 70 emma
so
Kasamaniti.
Now can 1 2 3 1 2 3
Yemfa na sema
1
killer 6
also the back commonize
ye nyamia se ne de ye adwuma no wa ha
in the obo adwuma
na o wa ha
boy ya
to tembia be start 30 minutes no ne nam chenchen ho ase so ye de nyu
so ye de nyu yes ano is efini so
ye de na man yes ni reason
ni reason na man yes
ase wa ya na ho na de ya no
efini so
de ya
efini so
and then you say you best start now or ha no ko ba na that kind of to tell me 10 minutes no na adwuma do oni pa o te adwuma na oni ma adwuma
pop
say ya yi bi sunsun
bi na man yes I finish so
this so for ben or very powerful kroma
yeah Owusu Bempa
Owusu Bempa is the most powerful
no bia amafo di asofo di party bi chia edum pabo na esi ono no fa ne sambe to omuso obi ase na Owusu can apart from Owusu Bempa biom
also asembe na o kana
anu kwa ne ka no
Owusu Bempa is the most powerful as we speak
ye nim asofo na no NDC asofo ye nim na Owusu Bempa kafa fence mama ho kuwie na ofi NDC ofi obedi NDC chi na esi ono no ndi kan bompa ye
do kwa top radio back
Owusu Bempa is the most powerful
Ghana had the software see apa Ghana ha ne nimi na chi obi ni Owusu Bempa obi ni na chi software Owusu Bempa Ghana ha hwan as software bembium
wow
o kan no aka wase me about ye betu me nyameka no be wini
okay
wase onu no be kan no be wini
okay ba cheda no ha adwen
obe ha adwen ko oba no dikan ka say
ahwa na ha adwen
no obi oba won bie nanim oba no fa nanim amba o
ha adwen hard. I want to say.
I mean,
40 days from today. But now they are now MPP agent for a ward. NDC for Chada. Alan, they are here. Besat na hwa na mo de afa na sibi. Eti. No be a ward.
MPP so mo level.
There is by now no mo can we 5. Okay, 5. Na MPC bi no ye level. Yes, na MPC bi no ye level.
Na Cynthia no say no mo.
Cynthia Morrison. Cynthia Morrison.
It's up for ban ni din. E bo ni din po kuma
Cynthia Morrison.
Agona West Yasantoa.
Agona West Yasantoa. Cynthia
Mamle Morrison. Agona West Yasantoa. They know the rough.
Example is 40 days you know.
I'm Zaka 40 days near Kotoaba. You say do some campaign and this for nam baby MPP for nam baby CPP for nam baby PNC for nam. I'm Zomamanko. Now and that day asema 40 days to election no. Near Eko Supaya Agona West. And run MPP parliamentary candidate or Chrisata. I say or Koye campaign. I will Krobi or Agona West a friend or 10 crane.
Or 10
crane.
Unimo.
Oh, minimum pa.
Oh, okay.
You do Agona nya krum. Now tra a friend saying utra a friend saying Zongo na or a Zongo junction na. Ube nim kakana wo branch on sa right now ko 10 crane. Na say no mako go mu kwan so amomo. Na kwan ni yen.
Sir.
Or 10 crane. I mean, if you tell me, I didn't know.
10 crane.
Or 10 crane. Ufi junction is another quite going.
Okay.
This is sa. Now, M say, if he.
Now, what about
me? Me too, Agona West.
Sir. Cynthia Hono.
Cynthia Hono, me too. Agona West, na me too. Me too, Agona Nkunzo. Hono, me too.
Zongo for na, you don't Mahama so about more health and all be page more mopa. I'm tired of Hopper.
Massa, I am coming here, sir.
Shedan Kejasa.
Top radio back for
MPP for Muya campaign.
Oh,
MPP campaign.
Omuya campaign.
MPP campaign.
Na se Ghana for Beja Tum na no so ni asem.
It is a minim say say na ba omi ase waton normal street pen.
Yeah. 40 days now man tema o.
It's a bit too
what on there?
What on normal street mu pen?
Hey,
share.
Yeah, vice
president. Also, what on your street boy? Or no, what on normal street mu pen?
And I say, me this is no capijin.
Shatawale bizarre question. Say, shatta bizarre questioning. Ewo pigeon mu. And also no so answer.
Also capijina. Abi you know me.
I be street boy. You know.
I be street.
You know say I be street boy. You know say. Or say you know say me I be street boy.
But on the cover
so I understand. Street terms and what they do, you know. So if I come now, yes.
But I say you sat down. Your campaign, yeah. You who street no so down. So that
is. I say Japan so to damn it.
Yeah, me use video no so
to. But I mean, they are getting close to, I mean, down for no than NDC for no.
Me, I don't support that.
Are they?
Sure. Me pese me hu party bi ebeba on ne oye campaign na okan no obedi so sa na etu de bia ye hu omofum ho yes abatu du na akotra na wotu da me na wokotu spa na wotu sei na de bia mu dia ya adwi na mu di agro
ana na ebotire do me candidate no
we so okomanda posa bonisi da
ono so akaban campaign
ono so akaban kwa boti da
ana na bi so si no ma so si draw so sesen yo
no
makokwe ono why we
this guy no can say omo visa dey akwa bridge pious suko enso ko to da me enso ko si ne man nsen ekwobo amanfo ti hwe mi hu say ya dwe no mu didi akọ
ento mu do ahye lie on be dey
o maybe so obi bo ni ti omo fo trotro to mu do ahye lie na so omo kwe campaign na
omo fra dum soro ho na
mo fight le go road so
that obudu yi lie so some say wuntumi ko ayi o gato honom ono so wuntumi ko gato e no no so na boys di nkomo ade no mo mani bi antra
ozro police we are mama ya campaign time o do kotwa wa no e be
me bom pese o munye campaign na na do mo nwura hye we lie ho na
o omebi
we sure
omebi
we sure
you say bibia okoto
main leaders need dey nyuba chitafo no
also mutumi yebi
say chairman nim say
omebi chairman omebi
enye me wan wa
zede
oze
zede
ana wakodu ba bi ama be ye your friend udi say ayi na ye 50 plus
I wanna can story be say your former president Nkrumah efutu obi no say okwa
let's say for first president time multi CPP time multi CPP now mo chi ne to mu no e na osoma nipa ten e na omo musika so omo nkoye campaign ndi omo koye na say na fe na CPP omo kokan na amfa
no muzamba
e na omo samba omo se kwame adeye koye momo anja ntumu na o se mo kwa so ye nam na ye campaign se party B ba o se dabi ye nyesa momra ana omo musika ana so mun kodi krom ho 1 month nipa 10 obia make sure say okwa obenya girl krom ho o de anya hwenya girl 1 enti sa girl 1 nipa 10 no na obia anya oba 1 eti wanya na o de wa maniska bi amote wa amudi nkomo o girlfriend no ka say o ye the party bi kra ba wo na ye ba coincidence area ha no o na abaye woman organizer. What I say? Okay. Me count who na be woman organizer. Enti sir. Na untu unim say who say so wo yira na wo girlfriend na. Ba bi abeka so nto abanko no be. Good. Eti ni pattern no. Omo ya na fe bi akro no obi anti before ade che na omo koye no. Na e man de campaign na de. Party bi eba. Eti omo free sa area ha na omakwa ha na ho so omakwa friend eti before mbe fi kromo no na emani party ni dia de ade nto mbe no se kwame ade na afa wo ese hwe sa na ye campaign na o massage ska from akokuru foforo so before UGCC for before they say Jack na nkrofo no I enjoy asama campaign na ide
as I afa na the chairman no person say chairman no ko to say nkrofo bi
sa
wo ho a so mutumi bowem no mutumi bowem no mo ye bi
so mo ye bi titi say no udru your friend say ba bi a amanfo to damia so to bi ba bi o mu si no ma o ye we say
trotra
so mo ye we ya trotra ofu na ko to ba bi a shewe 40 a wo de ho de o se wonye
o ko pe be bo mo ko so ba kutumi 20 a day ni 17 obi aba na o ka chen say ko atoma na
ba mi tie de e ko so okromu a
James omudu e friend say omu fi otin krom ma bet omudu nya krom no enem say oba passing Cynthia Morrison so ne campaign onso ye ne campaign wo ho e na obi ko bo car no nto bo car no ne ja before then na omu pick up ne ba kwa betwem
for pick up
e friend say MPP for pick up okay ba kwa betwem dada ema omu attack ma police for kwa be mu bebie kwa ne momu nto mo samba na e friend say nia presidential candidate na kasa parliamentary candidate na za wo mu no e na omububu car no mo na ja misunderstanding pa na etu no ba etu no as say hwan na twen ye san hwan na twen ye de empese ye beta
enti etu
kan ni pamensa ema ba ko de ba ko ye e friend say Chris Atta no the campaign manager ema no mo de ko Federal Government Hospital me say na serious nto mo de na ba kolebu
according to story
I say kan so what I say na so mo de na ba kolebu nti between Cynthia Morrison campaign and Chris Atta the campaign ko shemu a nipa miensa e try but obi anwuye me say some really kone de na ebe titi a na eden ye titi ye titi a
but unim say sa nipa mienu ni na omo ye very important e de ma MPP amanyeku no because Chris and Cynthia omumi the obe wini bia would definitely join MPP Cynthia wini a omoko parliament seat no the bema MPP no man the bema masa David or the na dey no man kan voice na me mo nche wa na dey no man kan kire formula MP no president to crack kan bi o John Boadu kan bi o
e different from Cynthia
no David the omudi yes papa na oba parliament ono ne save you MPP for no
different
they na Cynthia they no mo dey
Cynthia dey ye wa guna weso nte ba na guna weso nsema ya tibio omo shebu fo to the extent say come ebe mi wonwa say me da so chana panameti say Cynthia asan ka say odini oyini mo kwa kodwani
o de be my MPP jaja o de
me
no matter what o de be my MPP
oh sure me mo de be ma dia ebe ye wonwa pa
me wo parliament in the name of Aguna West. By name, one political party here service I also made the command NDC. Oh, Debbie. Yes, say, o see a chin yeda, a one idea.
O tafre.
Na a funny afanson can.
And just say, Abon
Soon,
near me, person, me say, near Costu Aguna West, Mr. say, MPP for Bibia, in the Menimia Omoye. Na se Omo ye, na se Ebeba say Cynthia be winning a bedding. Aguna West in Jusao. Aguna West and Jusao. Nema Costu Aguna West.
Now we have form what to say.
Form dear, in Chrono Bakumi.
I said primaries no more, and it's a Cynthia and a way cry.
Any year. Promise don't mean promising and found by your main election and Gaza. Okay. Yes, because Cynthia before Cynthia Babe friend is saying about MP. In fact, or your Baba come back and say schools will see your crown poor. Yes, a boy are going to. Oh, yes, schools will see your crown son over MP. No matter why you know, and Bawa Bromo. Cynthia Morrison in Bawa Bromo. Make me Obiama and Daritino. So that's Obama directing. So wako promise we lose until wako yemen fan say oh wini. Here and yemi wama say yebetu about we win na Cynthia win.
Na de omo ye no mo ntimi ema NDC mfam.
No. NDC sisi ameno ka say nipa na omo de na ekono. Nemfin ye densa.
Oh okay.
Yeah. All right. Nemfin ye densa.
Me da say so ochina emunsem nso ye de bebrel copy say day na ye betu aba no. Why? Emunsem bia ba bia nsem
sisi. Dine Kwabena West. Ye Kwabena
West. Emunsem de ekokoso bia ye de be break we mo a chairman betina say na no me kanfo some spices emfa ma say bomodi ana kope bi na won so faye waduane faye won kwan fache wonam ho na no manye den enkoso kama ema say woton waduane pa dia ma ya ka tro say aduane ede we agi waduane atomu ti say area ha ya gi aduane bi atomu no a ti say area ha say London na no ma gi aduane bi atomu a on be dua no man kodi bia na enyo mo so mo fa chi ha wa we be ko no mo te ho o mo ko so mo mfel mpacho some spices anu nso de ena mama me na tima wini o mo heart sa no aya mo fa woman ni din ma me na me nana se because wa top workers ne pa top radio wa boa workers ne pa ye ba o ma ye mre kra na ye nya aduane ni bia de edi wo area ha se ya ntibo modern na nso kope bi na woton so aye to woton aye to pa enti se bia wa bie bodwa no ma kitu bia woton aduane ho no ma no make sure say spices ni bi na de beba be go because bia ba eno na obisa na no ma ye den akoso kama e de amount na wonso wonye ska starting kakra before you realize afi ne beba beko na wie no na aye kama ntibo modern na wonso pebi number ne 0502 020444 and 0244 661419 0244 661419 na enoma enkoso ye enfama me dimafo herbal clinic but nyame so hu ehu pa o enura the way so si to from Pokuase ade ko amasaman estate mu ho APC wonom na achimota kra nsuo no anhye dan to besi akra no ansa na later kra ameti say esi nsuo gugu ana ye me nwa osu nyame ano wasom ne ye enti nsuo etoi e de awosronko bi na eba ema ye kotodwe no ye sasabro no esan ka no ho biem especially wonfie ne ko nanimu no obon se enoma eye basa wa pomuden ho nsem na nkoyi ema nyame aka Dr. Tamuda so medimafo herbal clinic akoma ena wabepie mu akra ha se Pokuase mayira na o sayen yare kama pa na the rate papa ne de ahomekeka na odosronko sa Ghana for ya de ano den pa ohuni pa mobo tinyame akana koma ena ohwe Ghana for say ye stroke eye waist pain ana okotodwe no emu eye wo yapa de eye Dr. Tamu Daso medimafo herbal clinic good news ni na ne say waba akra ha say odine clinic na ba wa bebie branch no akra ha say Pokuase mayira na wonu say Ghana for na de Dr. Tamu Daso no to because okwa no wa ma 2 weeks say ya de say 2 weeks ebeko oya de say 1 week ebeko oya de say 1 month ebeko nti o ka we na bo so call ampampa ya de so be de ebeko kama e dia mo na nkrofo yi na ka doctor we do kwa tamu da so e na di na de aka doctor tamu da so number is 0244774282 0244774282 and 0500727215 na enoma enkoyi mabadwa fo na tena sinti ene no yebeko straight na omo so anya time na yakasa chairman edi kan ba chairman akwa ba ti sen
boko
campaign ko say
why catch us chairman edi kan ba
o ba ya chepa
time no ba
me tena wo say o ba ya che say afi na mo
me buy nyene o me frɛ awol wan kan kyerɛ me ma ban me tika
no
wan kan kyerɛ me ka kyerɛ
what bre wo
campaign period
me pon wo wani
campaign period say now we keep cause na be
mo for so age power no
ya beje say na me ya do ma inshallah ya beje emre na so
o ni pana me ma na kwa makro nkasa yi
ma na nkasa
chairman akwa ba
oh no so no
bibi aboko de
adom
campaign ko say
egususum
o ko vote ani bi
vote banko bi
aden
na mo Greater Accra
no Greater Accra the campaign ko so sen wa ha say
ko yepa I can tell you a lot of the seats in Greater Accra will fall for NPP. I'm telling you.
NPP.
I am telling you, a lot of the seats that we lost will come back, and even there will be some surprises.
Now, what is almost on Bejo constituency one? I was
saying, Central Ambassador Mancophobia, teacher phobia, lecture phobia, cost strike, and just living for the other. But they have forgotten, say, last elections, you know. Same way na legon for ni ho because last let's no COVID-19 no money ho
and this for na mo cost strike
say profit jump on me
and this na mo cost strike is a question
no yeah
and the money powerful crowd and you people you don't
no me I can tell you yeah koto aba omo koto maba no
if you have this professors
me yeah omo koto maba no normally we are a political party. Drew her, be the candidate. We are university. We are
yes, it will be a fixing it.
Will be a fixing it. Now you drew a honor. No, they are primaries. No,
and the one fix
will be a serious busy question on the baby. I nearby.
The one support will be on Trinity.
So, and this one took advantage of that, and then they planted their people there.
This is a professor jump and this in a
I'm correct. What Chankrum watch at least about the Vitaka crab and much crab. The Ben here got to a bar. Labor union be say a teacher for, say a professor for, say a doctor for, say a nurse for. Almost cost strike. No more cost strike. Now, yeah, about Omobutum and as Omala will be an as or maybe a camo.
It's about what?
Something beyond their they say professor for the terms of cost strike second
the rate I will say
since I make a choice so the shumuye pao see a kotwaba 40 days they say 39 days that time they near kind will be a 39 days to elections anka we have a cost strike yala one went to ya nun to ya and then matters much the mind for class some person maybe I'm pen on about PPE and personal protection at the other PPEs and I almost say I can't be at the other Matthew Mundial. But say organized labor be and as union be as well cost strike before election and then I walk Kalamsi if free rolling stand no Kufor time no Kufor time no news time no
so na yensu ye clear
Mahama time no
na yensu ni clear
unso be na clear
oh dia wa boy na data na yensu ni na clear
enso do na clear news ni clear nka Kufor do ka dey mo say na mo ase enso me president better so mo na say Mahama say mo short memory no
but and this is then by latter part of the administration.
Who told you?
Ensure an essay.
Who told you? I'm a minister. Council must give you up. Have you forgotten?
Okay, so meet you.
To the extent that Mahama can say, "I go for a bob, Google Abzi." No go for a about Messi Mukina. Okay, there was a campaign, but then Akufo-Addo buy no say I'm putting my presidency on the line.
Yeah.
Oko ye twejatum oko ni serious cafe ye hu ya na ndisi fo abopo. Ada na mo serious cafe na professor for city ho. Ada na mo serious cafe no mu ada na mo kunkum Ghana fo ba ko bam so mkoti om na da mo dwan na post da for to ko kan ni pe. Okay. University region. Ko hu demonstration ndisi fo the professor for moti ho. Na Akufo-Addo sa. Edu se ko to aba no. Okay. Mahama suma kwakubu ahene ne nkrofo call galamsey site. Akufo-Addo mama wini pe ye be mamu nyina bi asase de be twagua obi a professor for anka he ana Akufo-Addo say ye nyina ye man ade na ese mesi men say eduru say no mo yi mama Akufo-Addo I can't 2 months as president 2. We are sure say Kwabena o de wadwen mu aben 2 months wait me there stop galamsey 2 months.
Oh, David.
Is it possible?
Not really, no.
So what the jump on the crop for you know, does it make me say make sense, but me person want of another one you can say
justification
justified. Is it justified that Akufo-Addo within his 2 months left should make sure a solid yaniati yes I am so what does that tell you?
Possible.
Well, what does that tell you? So much as we and client fee. The me ya clients are more free. A friend is saying, I'm more free. Crew be so foreign. Ah, my ba some me school. Mo tuya mo kita $1. Be tuya. Ah, my school na nyesika. De tuya mo moka. Mo so mo jai. Me twi ho amenti ase. Me. Sanya politics are. They say really they want to show the liberty. Again, this is not the way to go.
All right.
Because Nepo Emma Aibi Emma suggesting me organized labor, we are ready to hit the ground, go onto the rivers, halt that thing, and we believe so within the next 3, 4, 5 and 6 months then in Sudanite. But for us to go and halt now Kwakubu here sa castle on the or site ho on our things empty no. Was it down of 2020 no? So now here no this time barely bigger. Now say also cost strike na Akufo-Addo nkonko ye na Kwakubu azusi actually. Na dem ngwane say I have told you na campus me ko PhD. But senior doctor for PhD holders need be a professor for be majai. Because I expect that you go school. The more the higher you grow, the higher you grow. No. But have you monitored some of the discussions, agreement being advanced by some so-called professors? What do you say? So this professor who calls himself an economist. Tisano what's saying?
Adele.
But maybe before I maybe now can I do so.
I can't topic no so with this.
I but now can but me mount.
Yeah, me baswa na ya di honkom. Ade me kan dey.
Wo say Mahama ba dum so baba. I'm glad we nim say Mahama ba dum so baba. I am me ba o kan me tia chef what ya me kan me dey.
The American say Mahama na ebo Dr. Baomi no bo just after 70 December dum so no e be worse. Enti Mahama making sure say oteki nyame na dum no.
I can assure you, I can promise you, after the elections, Baumia will win. There's no way Dumso, the current Dumso, I'll tell you what is happening. Me say Makato
Dumso say sabotage.
Yeah.
And the you are not moon control my way crowd. And I'm not na wa ma.
No, the machine. Also one spark it is how I friends as a car you are free poko as free in some way.
But
what does the car say back? Let's do one that's out there and miss me also one spark you for a machine. We got a machine we have. Or look also on for machine. Also the solar, which is even cheaper.
Main topic into
which is even cheaper.
Main topic into everybody doing come.
And you see a back of solar bad there. And Ama Asog a year good year. And the sabotage no Mahamra. No can you bonkoso.
I want to me can't seem be but Kofi Boache so come on. What in some nibi? I won't tell them my phone on to. Chama what?
Oba baby mnenka kasani nka. We don't
what that we say.
We
send be I want to make BBC Kumasi Kofi Boache we know you. Ye betwa was so free chroma say we betcha you kun we fa hin kosi ana and this for small more but Kumasi now person win ye. Hey.
There are plans, there are plots which we have uncovered. Say Kumasi Ashanti region is stronghold. Enti yango create confusion. And it is suspected say almost security president or then police the man. And to me the people suspect say he is going to lead that your friend say gidi yanko say no more yanko create confusion why yanfa boys in kwahano we confuse our boys pa nti go for boys onu we Kumasi your friend say
police na munim so was our boys
anana one enim kubi boys
munim so di din se hu
no when say secret police so be security now so like regional commander now unim base unim boys unia you there then how can he succeed especially we are Ashanti region
etina munim so the boys need din se hu na munim ko bi atu ono mu free mu
me say the all can what's going to me say o se onim no o hwe e ma sa basa na o ma plan no e ba
okay o de team
sad work on
police commander wa mixari bibi kakra bi wa Ashanti Send the big crabby. Kofi Boache your man before. Kofi Boache your man before. Samuba Kaya. I could be there for the pump. Our Asta. Now Kofi Boache. No your police. The Awu Yanisa. Kofi Boache. Papa. No faculty by Bisso. And Tricky Sibisay. Or for Boache or for Poku. Na Kofi Boache no anya police commander wa mixari bibi kakra bi wa Ashanti mixari bibi kakra bi Kofi Boache your man before Kofi Boache your man before Samuba Kaya akwa bi there for the pump our Asta na Kofi Boache no your police the Awu Yanisa Kofi Boache papa no faculty by Bisso and Tricky Sibisay of a Boache of a Poku no Awu Poku no Awu Wawu Kofi Boache and then a Poku ya Papa ya then wo ya police akoya no wo se da kupa odi abafie oba ya anaka bi tana mu di dia Asante na tem o kasatia sikadwa ka bi tana asensa wo ya ngurani po na se wo fra nguramamu na se wo bedrum kan no apotam na wo ya kwasia
akaka Dwekpa top radio back kore
we are Asante man Emma Kofi Boache here I will hold you responsible the police station back ada ya to abano here ada ya to abano Kofi Boache chama who to be say sir etio back pempo to Kofi Boache so be at the motor suba. Let's go forward the motor nibano.
Akaka Dwekpa top radio back kore
Obi ko wodi fo fie and go for the padia and just I want to chire no and just I want to chire no and just I want to chire no Obi ko wodi fo fie and go for the padia.
All right, so I don't know the NDC for Moma Kofi Buache. I will say. Ada.
Che, Abu Bia be well operate. And Abu Bia also service every what is a kind of corner which are operation ya obi. Pena operate na man kwan in some room. Operation obi. Chama want to be o man mre. O ma chama want to be mre. O man time. Want to me. And you know, could you know, because Obinekun, friend saying, how do you call it, John Kumano? I go say, or trophobia in our obvious and you're on the kind. He raised the issue of John Kuma. Or you're on the kind. I told him, can I speak? And you're not correct.
But one can say Obiokun John Kuma.
One, and you're not
a voice in a neck and the radio host. And I know can say.
Didn't they say that there was food that was given to only John Kuma Amudi?
That is hosting in a kind, yet won't in a kind.
So what I'm telling you is that they say if there's any, excuse me to say, any useless chairman in Ghanaian politics, it's even to me. Man, don't waste your. He's the most useless chairman I've ever seen in Ghanaian politics. Regional chairman, useless chairman I've ever seen in Ghanaian politics. I don't have time for him. When you discuss him, you are giving him more money. You are giving him more money. Crime man, continue to misbehave. Who is he? Well, who is he? Who is he?
Useless.
Useless. That's the word I used. Check the dictionary and check the meaning.
Yeah, we're doing so.
Before we go to do so.
More, baby, out to win.
Before we go to do so. Chairman Tahan Moy raising issues about Galam saying a day. And I day. Chairman Tahan, baby Adri, in Yenu. Say, I see the my show being some. Military wants him, police wants him, immigration wants him. In fact, you see, I'm put the court and council shames him. You can't punish people, you can't arrest people. I sat here the last time and told you that Chairman Aluta, MPP for job in chairman, or Okumase, or jobbing. Bonfa Forest, no, say, Okatechi has raised this issue. Mr. Speaker raised that issue. Oh, Kesben TV. Obi Acham.
Yes, sir. Obi can allegation and say what
Pachom, meba.
Of no, I actually am. And now you actually are you a friend saying, maybe I will go Kumasi, I'll be a friend. And this is what I got.
Ogatachi, friend. In fact, I'm not afraid of Ogatachi.
Yeah.
One thing would you know, Kwabena
yeah.
Okay, we been in catch one thing would you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Chama Aluta and friend.
I want it.
All right.
I'll get it for you. Be a member.
My mega not just
Chairman of your friend is saying, okay,
patch or say in Jacola.
I'm born on radio, BB.
Ma Okatechi crack catcher and say, Massa Wolf friend, ya citing him say what the other
MPP.
Ye na MPP for can be and after the Aden is serious pose or dear serious or Bishop Moy. Muntin can just own Jai, and also Ajiba president. I got a job in Chairman say Jai Oyen. The Pacho Abujinapo. Oyen Disney. Yabonkumo, Jinapo, Oyen Disney.
Debbie.
Pacho or make a statement say, near Chairman to me, Sabi in the forest. That the lines inside the man made Juma say on Concoyan, no Oyen. Akuntamines. Abujinapa Hasam. Abujinapo Oyen Disney. Watch you to me, minister. Watch you to me. Oh, yeah, dear, ya. Munjin Tum say, baby Adri. Ah, Mijon come and say, Pacho, Ashanti region, and then people for some good. When it won't say your own collar, said, woman, I know the same 50. Confirmation is not complaining. Or took also, or 242. Never.
I shall say, and the MPP. Let's be
go back and check the water in 2016. Let's be honest. Go and check the water in 2016. You say I did that when
You don't say now 14,000 ability.
No
problem. His Excellency. His Excellency. He's talking. Ashanti region is their stronghold. Or Kasa. I fubu hokra no or pamu. Won't me pamu to me. Won't me chief chairman. But odu for bet my pamobi. Just like we couldn't call for we couldn't mafo. Odu for say to tun kola ye kuom. They are drinking that poisoned water. But you also a stronghold. As I to phone some PM beto abamao. Ka sebi. Wa o say wo kwan a yetimi di economy back there. Nka eba no wuo mu a kato bo ase. Na ka chobi ase yemfa nto ho. Na nyame aduma bibia galam say edru die. Covid time ni bi yenye no abi. Bibia galam say edru die yi ku amanfo. Asanteman kra ye say ku asanteman fo ayiden aka ho. Nti obi amfa nto ho ni yen pe kwan ni sese. Nti wo de on pe ndisi fo. Na wo pe central region fo. Na wo pe volta region fo. Na wo so on pe sirim fo a. Na wo so on pe western region fo a. Asanteman so on pe. Asanteman so on pe. You win elections with Ashanti region and one extra region. That's what you win elections with. If there's anybody you need to listen to, it's Otikokoso. Onuka already they will be here. I say enko yin.
Yeah, we do so. We baby am ebiba.
Nana said, "Dum sa se de oku uka crab rebe." But everybody's feeling it. Everybody's feeling it
At this time.
Any problem?
Like it is at the chairman can 39 days from today because by now they are 12 years. Yeah, still yeah doing so.
Me bo. Na mpacho, eno no obi na shop. It is their uselessness again and their mismanagement. That is why we are where we are. And when they say someone is useless, then
American was say me say Mahama, but I don't know say utie me.
I heard you.
Me say Oman Hwina definitely you real about to ya be worse. This a mo take over na mo ahwe no ma ya. On be say ka say mo de onokwa, mo ba mo de dun so aba.
I keep telling you, and I've done this presentation again. I've done this presentation here over and over. Let me tell you what the problem is, and let us all discuss it dispassionately in a solution and for Madiano. I keep telling you that in 2030, energy reporter IPBI indicated categorically, say no Ghana your problems in the energy sector and I will say young juma. Need the issue of capacity. You hear me? Near tosumi no near the issue of fuel, fango, say gas, say diesel, fango. The tosumi miensa is the issue of the legacy debt. A car that wa sebi yanni bibian fanwa. Eba nebe the Korean eveyasam. These were the three issues. Funny enough, projection no no kano. Yandan Jim who said projection. So this the report was 2012. Yandan Jim who said the projection no eba as quickly as it did. 2013 and I hit it here. Three issues we needed to solve. Look at what John Mahama did with the three issues. With the Misahata, I'm couple of currency here as vice president. The issue of capacity, any start here say let's work on Ameri. Almost say Ameri, we are $160 million. Okay. Omoba Ombechi John Mahama or Suni Namano. I feel the enchinibu. Americana ye who you ma say a useless plant omba back investigation. Esa also my company no ATM ticket echo honum sa ko buy say BBH and BBA free mama no. And now also Ameri in the Kwashanti region. Who mean fast but I want you to do one thing. I'm thinking maybe not Ghana for what I say. Normally, I know now you are married by more than married by say MA my ben potting. Ameri was supposed so that Ghanaians will understand it very well. Until I said the first issue was the issue of capacity. Okay. Capacity in then idea yenya ebia 2000 megawatts. Ebe say here 10. Here 10. But we can produce that. We produce 10. Until I say a plant in be count. Say be a bit more produce here 10. Until Ameri no is part of capacity. Emma name be produce electric energy being count. Say Ameri my na yenya 10 by yenya bia 5. Do the Ameri for 2 make count nenya 7. Okay. Mama count say any the car power mobile car power no say car power mobile be make us we say me no ka say car power so the kakra so e be count car power mobile number sign the same take up you sign it car power and then so they introduce this thing was in the capacity process of solving the problem. Okay.
Okay.
The first one, capacity. No.
Okay.
The second issue that needed to be solved was the issue of fuel. You remember around the same time, 2013, 2014, and a Nigerian gas pipeline, a pie. You remember the story? When that one happened, immediately John Dramani Mahama said, look, we needed to look at something and do something. So we said, let's try as much as possible to invest in a Atuabo gas processing plant. And something was already underway. So Atuabo...
Which is underway
under energy.
Under the late president, right?
Late president. Mami cannot say under the late president. So we started work on Atuabo that we needed to finish and complete that project and make sure that it comes upstream.
Yeah.
Into Atuabo, what Atuabo was supposed to do is to give us gas. Gas now here to a man on
from other countries.
Very good. Near say Ghana dollars ni na ni da ko man on it, and then the city becomes a problem. It was very challenging. Yeah. So let's bring in Atuabo. Ni ya nkasa gas. Yeah, you see your gas on a plant. So what did we do at that time?
That was the mind the free Professor Mills for.
It is
said there be a koto.
No problem.
This
time,
so
we started that process. Even we started Kwabena Owusu Agyeman, Jai chairman no shame. Chairman is about your do. You understand what I'm saying? To help with the issue of what capacity. John Dramani Mahama, after he took over, immediately said, okay, let's try as much as possible, let's finish this thing up. And what did we do? John Dramani Mahama decided, he said, plants need to be on my yawa. No for crude and for gas.
Okay.
So what we do is that you vary and then let's do okay time a cast ye tiko buy let's see yetimi ma afa agi gas na sa agi petrol so very good. So what did we do? We just merged the two. Send some of the plants bit me afa gas no more for crude so that immediately we reduce it. When it came to the issue of the legacy debt, no. When it came to the issue of the legacy debt, there was another thing we needed to do. Never say Nesika to support with the energy sector debt. So John Dramani Mahama introduced the Energy Sector Levy Act. That was when we said to the people of Ghana, "Say, yeah, here at Atuabo, we have also managed to do the Ameri and the Kapawes and the likes. In fact, we have given you 2 extra oil fields, the Sankofa and the 10 fields. Now, see, a few hundred petrochemical industry, producing of clothing and rubber materials and all of that. But in Nyamba in Ulusu power. And then we gave you Energy Sector Levy Act. Energy Sector Levy Act there for 5 years. At the time I hear a car Ghana they earn 9.4 billion. Tell you, listen to their wisdom. A car near they near 9.4 billion. Mobile be muna muka say oh, mo kwa ko jisika mbe se mo bobosia. Na mo de solve energy debt no once and for all. And here catch them say, "Mama nyane sa." But their argument at the time made sense. Since I make it and say, "One must say because of time value of money, and me kona sika sika na holding air from you know. Let's get the money bulk and pay it once.
So that enkoye be brave.
Very good. And I got a 40 years here. Do you know what they did?
Which is the reasonable.
Which is reasonable.
But now you
trust me.
Energy
sector levy, you know. What we did was that we had an arrangement with the power producing companies. Okay. That is why we introduced the what do you call it? The cash water flow. The cash water flow mechanism, the one that was under the Ministry of Energy. Move from Honum, the Office of Vice President, by my office. But we introduced the cash water flow, which now saying so Kaya and Shevan Chebia, ye come some says Kaya Be Mukano, ye intimate to young Kofonma, Ibn did Omoka, Ibn into Omoka. It was a system we put in place for that system. This Sikan Omokoji or Sikanabayano. Instead of them to pay and clear the debt, do you know what they did? And Omo decided they say Ombe pre-finance 5 billion of the debt, leaving 4.5 billion. 5 billion. It was 9.4 billion cedis. 9.4 billion. Then they decided to finance 5 billion and leave the 4.5. Tell you, 5 billion. Also, no. Do you know what they were doing? They were paying only the interest. Are you listening to me? They were paying only the interest. So the interest in there from 2017 up until now, there's no interest. But the 5 billion is still there because we haven't paid it. And a 4.5 billion, no. And also accrue with the interest. I could do 12 billion. What the bomber? We are almost 17 billion. Into a kind of fan at 9.4 billion. No. Out of your wisdom, you have now increased it to 17 point something billion. That's what they did. So the truth of the matter is that a Canada energy sector, no, you have increased it, you have not cleared the debt, you have just wasted the money out of Nyankopon Kwan in India scan here. So move yo. So it's kind of do. I don't know. I'm saying that when they collected the money, they were refinancing only the what? They refinanced only 5 billion. 5 billion, so they were only paying interest. Only interest. Oh. As a worker called Bosia, Timmy, Kwabena, let me reduce it for you to understand. Wako Jibosia 100 Ghana. Where they can 100 Ghana. Yesi Busumi Biano Sebe. Ubetia 10 pesos and 10 Ghana. Busumi Biabetia 10 Ghana was 100 Ghana. So, Kwabena was me.
Me too, pa.
Into what it means is that Sesikani Yanfan say Nesikani 100 Ghana. In approximately 10 months, no, Sikan Boka 200 Ghana. That's how it goes. And now we are watching say, okay, 100 Ghana no. Me 50 cedis. 50 cedis no profit either 50 cedis no and our one either interest either 50 cedis no 50 your friend is saying 50 pesos for example. I mean can say 50 pesos. Who you 50 pesos na that so which means that 50 Ghana in the whole
the principal money no
is there.
And not the but interest na
everybody the Musa na okoji no Nyankopon kwa na odibe but he was paying the interest on 5 billion. And Oja 4.5 billion nakano. It's 4.5 billion and only it was accruing with its interest, principal and interest, and only grew to now become 12 billion.
Enti ya kojiska be clear. Adiana mayenya interest no. We did not touch that one. No. But the interest rather.
They were paying the interest because they were not paying the interest on all the 9.4.
And also cry na fe we.
It's only 5. And the 4.5 very good. So 4.5 ni ebe do 12.5 billion. And your friend is saying 5 billion how do you call it already principal na that one no multi-way interest no. And also kahon o de kahon 17.5 billion from a debt of 9.5 o de akọ 9.4 o de akọ 17.5 billion. This is their wisdom. Why wouldn't they shut their plant? And then again we are telling you again.
As you speak, plant in one there. Enya Ghana. Asogli. Need to say so ye binum dia.
Look, doesn't matter. Kwabena Owusu yeti hey. We own stores I want say hano. Shops in back home oton computers so say then. Kwabena Owusu oton computer. Wo say papa ya workshop na say wase on so ya bem computers ni bi na minton. Kwabena say me bro obe 100 pieces. Ba min juska. Tiemio min juska. Wo to wi yi won faso no. You want first one, if you so. Na mimi die na me de ma ho no. From sika bremi. Ne me kan not say.
Me too pa.
Also up computers at all. Onisika ba workshop. We say what on computers. We say okay, no problem. Me ma 100 computers. Me juska. Ne mo what on computers ni ya. Fa me sika ne bremi.
100 computers me de ma 1 city.
Me de ma 1 city.
Fa bi ko to so ton.
O ton 2 city kwa wa wasa. Ni po
fa fa me 100.
Fa me 100 Ghana cedis mame. Okay. Wajia ojina o ton a. Misika no. Unfama. Uti anso na uti an fanifa. Na send bi aka. Send bi. Abedu pepe so afi de. Business en koye.
Yeah, me mo bi. Mo scam. Se wo ba no first scam. Ka no kra wo metua ye.
Wo me dama.
David.
This is what is happening. Also NDC.
So let's what take you over CCR? What will be your solution to that?
Now listen, we have already told the people of Ghana. So the problem that we find ourselves in today, it is not because there is no money in the state. It is because the way and manner they are using it. That is why we are not seeing the benefits of it. Let me give you an example. I'll be landing very soon. Let me give you an example. Take for instance, NAPCO. You've spent over the last few years 5 billion. Oh, NAPCO. Tell you, you've spent 5 billion Ghana cedis on NAPCO. What spending 400 million? Ever one district, one factory. Tell me. One district, one factory. Who did it? What spending 400 million and do 1 billion? So listen to the wisdom. And the 400 million that you have spent on 1D1F. 1D1F is supposed to create jobs. One yanesa. Then you put 5 billion in NAPCO. When you can take the 5 billion now, share NAPCO no. Factor 400 million now, what they are one district, one factory no. Build the factories. Do you know what 5.4 billion will do in one district, one factory? And then what you would have done is that some young boys here, woman, and they won't mean to you would have given them permanent jobs because you have the data.
Okay, so
so what I'm telling you is that they don't have.
Now one flagship program one district one factory count. And if they were able to build the factories up, it will give direct job. Permanent.
Exactly. That 5 billion you spent on NAPCO is useless.
It's a mobile now you will graduate unemployment for right? Now because okay fear na motenene. Now yentimi we say but ye the more kochagu offices now work on it. They don't really need people but motivate ye the more koguso. The money any adwuma bi akra ye be man we dey ba dey dware dey ko adwuma every month will give you 700 Ghana right? And within that years almost spend day your friend is saying 5 billion and even in now ko wie ye kra and no mo ye ne we say no your friend was independence kra omo wie na ko no kra na akatwe du ba bi enko ye sam obi no kotena fi nti ay cost 90 work.
That's exactly what
I'm saying. Kana ye waste.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So say ko mo team the say kana
do one issue one factory mo ma alan na mo say one issue one factory.
Yeah, fine say example commander sugar your friend say ekumfi pineapple juice is pineapple juice is still running. And the people now you shy say run gusu ye adwuma ye for bi na ko na otifie meboa edinka now the more dey say o mo fa say scan build the factories enti na emfa nipa nkaba na o mo gusu o mo ye adwuma so according to you what they did it doesn't
useless
me that say ona chama
yeah so
you see all can say me I say legacy debt
9.4 billion.
And no mujatu.
And I'm more 17.
And no mujatu 9.4 billion. Okay, see cedis dollars. Cedis. And I say that cost 17.
17.
Cedis. Okay. 9.4. Oh, the emphasis 9 billion. In 2016, there.
2016 what?
Yeah, in dollars. Divide by the
$16. Maybe I say 4.9. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
4.9
dollars. Who convert it cedis no kwa?
Me say 2016 9 billion cedis. Near how many dollars?
I only need about dollars more. Hey.
Divide that by normally must 4 and that's $4 and that's 3.
4.9. Now 3 point. Another find 4. It was 3 point something. 3.8.
And think 8 and $2 billion. Kaya 8 billion cedis. I think $8 billion. $2 billion.
8 cedis.
No, 8 billion cedis. That would translate. We have found 4.
Okay.
It means the total dollar figure will be 2 billion. 2 times 2 divided by 4 divided by 8. 2. Think about $2 billion. No, the jaho. And look at 2 point because 1 billion that will give us about 2.2. No, 2.2 or 2 point something. 2 point something billion dollars. No, jato. But you can say.
Top radio.
And the
dollar is 16 point something.
Into 16. Only 17 billion. Was I 17? Only 20 billion. And a debt na kada hono 16 billion $1 billion nti $1 billion na aka no be fa say 1.2 or 1.1 billion dollar debt almost 2.1 or 2.2 ene jaho and the debt no am be do 1 billion we fa say 1.1 endu now but try catch them say
okay me the wo come insha ba me ti wase ya
can you in dollars
yes me ti wase ya can no mo boto ho no
yes it was 2
say 9 billion na no more can
yeah
that time now if you convert to if you convert to dollars not that time dollar na 3.8 yen fa ne sa
who dem 4
and they same can say who they convert to 16 point something na ebe edo can be kwa animu
no
that 4 to no mfiri wo
No,
but it's from.
No, and then yeah, they count 1.2 billion.
And then I'm making.
But then no 2.2 billion.
It's not even 1.2 billion.
In dollars and then
1.2.
But then na dollar no cry for is na you saying.
No 4 no. No you carry 2.2.
It is not 1.2. Check online. Your current debt is $2 billion. It's not 1.2. But you check.
Let me. The
figures I gave you. The figures I gave you.
No figure ya.
Oh, maybe. The figures I gave you is early 2023. Those were the figures I gave you. As we speak today, your figures are running to 2 billion. Check it.
So you are challenging Abu Jinapo now. Are you after John Jinapo now?
Go check and see.
John Jinapo and Nami, even John Jinapo and Nami, Yano, or say Ghana, the debt, energy debt near 1.4. Or say it's about 1.4. Kugo. What's a very 2 billion? You see, sometimes when you mutu futuro egu ayi your friend say
highlighted ones. What is there? Also, so wakoti Jinapo. So check and see what did Jinapo say over there.
Also,
highlighted ones.
Kai
The PRC based on its statement has indicated that the ECJ is not abiding with a cash waterfall mechanism. And it is the mechanism that allows companies and entities throughout the energy sector value chain to get some revenue or payment that has been as if that is not enough. The Minister of Finance since August 2023 has not paid up even a CD for power consumed by ministries, departments and agencies. From our rough estimate, that debt alone amount to 1.8 billion. Clearly, they are just trying to manage the system and hand over.
So, and then he said towards the end, what did he say? He said they will be leaving power because we are calculating by December.
That President Mahama, when he assumed office,
no.
A lot of works await President Mahama when he assumes office. The energy sector debt alone, based on our rough estimate, is around 2 billion.
What?
As
2 billion what? $2 billion what?
$2 billion as we speak.
Then occurs 1.8, no occurs 2 billion.
From the rough estimate.
ECG they count 1.8 billion.
Amount to 1.8 billion. Clearly, they are just trying to manage the system.
And 2 billion here then.
Over down on next paragraph. But say a lot of work awaits President John Dramani Mahama when he assumes office. The energy sector debt alone, based on our rough estimate again, until amount just
1.8 near then, and the second one, they didn't rough estimate. You see, that is why I'm saying, say Papa Bako on one platform, the same story. Or say 1.8, and I just googled and I checked or no they are kind last week. That's where no date, we can't date.
This is September 19th, 2024. What do you need date by?
September 19th, 2024.
Never.
And then one person in the same statement is saying, no, okay. What's see what Ghana Kano energy debt?
Who statement now? Who come once
Hey, correct. But your time now. Correct. Say me buy and make us all casa. I know see me needing. I feel the one bam on one. Let me also make my point. Me say, Mahama free no. Na your debt no. And sad debt was about 2.3 billion. Today, the debt is about
September 19, 2024.
Okay, thank you. So, also per calculation, and then the also per almost
our rough
almost 16, almost the empty sack we be in China back who say unkuta 10 me will be take mo lady was na nkrofo come 7 and say unimo and now studio out here. What's Ghana total debt no 17 billion. Mate, see this. Me convert here 1.2.
Ghana and energy sector.
Energy sector I'm making. No, Mrs. Energy sector. No, I can't first.
Yes.
No, I'm saying that I'm use all there. No. We calculate here 1.2. billion. Kufuor Bani 2.2. You are telling us that you mismanage. We have paid over 1.1 billion of the debt of the Jahono, and we are still paying that energy sector debt about the Jahono. And you echo the Jaho. Now, no, I can say, the President Mahama is the most useless president ever in Ghana. Very useless and corrupt. When say a friend says,
you useless, useless.
They are useless. Kwabena, do you want the meaning of useless?
Me can't say are we okay with that way? We can't say we are useless.
And I allow you. Say, be useless there, yeah. Now, maybe the Americans will be useless there, yeah.
Me can't say you, but me say,
there be you or no Mahama are useless there, yeah. And which we know.
Come on, Kasao.
Mahama is the worst, the most useless, the most corrupt president ever. And I'll tell you why. I'll justify.
Corrupt.
Yes, and useless. You get Kufuor and discover oil, me wa.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Kufuor boa. I don't want to cause a better pal, me wa. Okay.
Okay.
And that you know you're Ghana.
You are Ghana.
And to date,
that makes him corrupt.
Remember, make up. And be very positive among Ghana. You put to and cause what was in your correct.
That makes them corrupt.
Maybe Kufuor discover you know. And almost share machine. You better really. And almost your friend said, "At 12 gas, you never miss you." It was Kufuor's project. They only moved it from the central. I'm saying, maybe there's a crabby honum. They moved it from there and brought it to Atuabo and say a new project. The funding me, I remember. I went to Shraj with a friend saying, Sepayanki. Yes. A lot of things went. We had documents. Malon, a woman Malon, and Nipa. I know your friend said, Dede Jaba. Documents and Yakura. Kufuor, your negotiation. It was less than $5 million. 500 million. For phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 cost 2 years over nearly 2 billion. A trouble gas in the Listen, no. This is too much. Corruption does no. And when I'm telling you, we had a group. A friend saying, the original project, challenge me. Yanko President Kufuor, Marlon died the day we had an officer, Francis CM. She will remember. She was part of the group that went to Shrad. The Payangi. I projected President Kufuor the back under 5 billion. Who did Ghana for nearly 2 billion? Mahama. No say free so no na cost no. Mahama buy any double your pine. Corrupt. What's that baby? Don't blame yourself. I can't get to her and over 2 billion. And na Kufuor the about for 1 point. Who see I say Kufuor do incompetent. What? How do you do your calculations? How do you do your calculations?
How can you solve this doomsaw?
Doomsaw is there and quiet. We have the machines. That's what I like about here. Machines, no generation, no thing. What's what the solar will solve these problems? What he has said, Mahama buy a bedroom. Mahama buy a bedroom, yes, because he cannot buy fuel. A bedroom, that's why we are saying, doomsaw or buy a bedroom can here. And you have confirmed it.
Who?
You in this studio.
Me.
Yes.
No,
you have confirmed this Mahama bar. After the elections, it will go off.
Me say Mahama now, but will be a buy best.
But now I'm telling you, it will not go off.
It don't mean fast.
Only one of the major problems. I Ghana. One more da. And unya samka. One more da. And throw be up President Mahama na kan and throw no dia fam. No kura no atu fam. Saka to aka 39 days ni atu aba.
Yeah.
Ebe hu no kura no. Ni dum so say wom. Ni Mahama yawu. Me say President Mahama your friend saying President Muhammadu Bawumia, after he is sworn in, no, Dumso will be a thing of the past. Never should we experience the Dumso, the 25 to 5 years Dumso we experience. I tell you, it's about elections. Dumso, I am telling you, and they have started saying it. When we say, okay, you know, Adele's worker. Today I've heard on about 3 platforms. Dumso no, I started. Mahama, Oba Dumso no, Ebeba, a woman that started here. Dumso no, Dumso no, machine is what we don't let us see a see fear no. Say, who need this woman Dum Kania, who nya light. In the same way, me say I cannot reject only 2 billion, 2 point something billion, and now about 1 point something billion. Okay. Or about because see a jalika, and you know next can control to diesel, and you know doing so ban. But in spite of 2 billion, na team keep 8 years. So straight on.
So no about Dr. Bawumia take over.
Dumso no I see yen few enum. And Dumso I say I so dey say I until say betwa ni card ni na say beto aba.
No cresa.
Bahama to Bawumia so oba. Sa diesel no any crude your friends thermal power no we be ja use amudi hwehwa so dey di hwehwa. So sa dia na yema Mahama mra. So Mahama dey no kakra be content. And then they signed 9 out of the PP 9 PP is no more no. Power independent power producers. No what they did. Take or pay. When some say machine back could dikumase. No okasa okay. Odum.
Minim.
I say only there. Currently. Ghana. That's the only good agreement that corrupt man signed. That's the only good agreement. And it was terrible.
And a corrupt man.
That you go and buy a plant for Ghana at a ton, 100 and something, 150, 180. Right, no, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the electricity commercial. Car power. No, not car power. Amari. Yes, the commercial. Amari. Yeah, couldn't I don't know how much I'm talking. Even that one, no, you usually hear after 70 years. We have no. That's why we left it. But they are carrying no. A car yeah bow no. Sankaya kotoya. You use the same structure and some machines in a ne. But today they sell it. They still owe them and generate the power and sell to us. Baby go kotobi aka say and about me aka say going forward no yan kotobium yan sign you be use solar which is cheaper.
That is cheaper
and our light bills will come down.
Okay.
As ugly, he knows that we have 40 days to go for elections. Yet you no agree say betria ya man of first rank all of them agreed. So how we are going to pay over the next 5 years.
As
ugly judge to no e ka yi o se da bi ye metuale die ni nyina o se metuale die ni nyina ma no answer na say we do am pass we do
say e be a change of
am pass we do we do
say be a change of government ba na omontua once normally say
no obi dey ka 2 billion 2.5 now you are good with it. And then at this about 1.2 what's we do if we do no I can't men can't be touched what a world boom kunta so your logic oh your logic me boy and today boom kunta no and I'm telling you sir Bawumia ba that's why be financial engineering you can always you can always re-engineer worst of all. We have an agreement with you for how many years? Okay. You say a solar. It is cheaper for us. What's an agreement? Take or pay. We didn't take it. We didn't pay. No. Still we'll pay. We'll get power cheaper.
Okay.
Because there's no. And that be a while. And I'll make a teacher for one day. No. And Kwalabufi. We say I come Kufuado me 2 months na kano oba your friend say na maybe saka bako I can't back and say
I can say we na ya enti me say no other subject na ka me no beba mo ho na ye Cynthia Morrison ho no but the minti ada na memra
ho. You see, the disingenuous thing chairman is trying to do this afternoon is what he seeks to do. Mpacho we say kano yɛtua no dollars mu bampacho wo kwa kotua nye city na osisa ko dollars mu meba ya simbisa you look for cities and you go and pay dollars you Ghana we organize
us me this engineers we don't know can I copy a $2 no or see am family
me come asem the money you need cities to go and pay your dollar. You need cities to convert to dollars to go and pay. The value of cities are being here to get 2 billion. No. It's not the value of cities that you need to get 2 billion under John Mahama. That is the disingenuous thing he's doing. If you take 2 billion today, $2 billion today, you see, he's trying to be smart. But unfortunately, in fact, over 2 billion in there, now multiply by 16.22 and by 9 billion. Gives out.
What's it?
Over $2 billion today. Now multiply by the current rate, the current dollar rate of 16.22. $2 billion in today's currency, 16. Calculate me for times 16 times 22.
16 and then wait
16.
Mahama time now no all corner. Mahama time now Ghana in today's value. In today's value, the dollar no in today's value. Sir, I can't that. Sir, I can't that. In today's value, 32 billion.
Also, in
today's value.
You see, who let me talk. Why are you in today's value? Why today's value? What was the value in 2016? Why are you quoting today?
In 2016, in 2016, it was yes. No. We're going to invest 32 billion.
Chairman, don't do that to the people.
You invited me to it.
I'm telling you. Mami Kasa.
I'm going to have a
Mami Kasa.
I'm going to have a
Brofo de
Brofo no me school am Kwabena
listen to me. Asema make a choice say.
What?
Under John man.
Under John man na ka 2.2 billion. O multiply by the value.
Looking at the line. Why are you lying? You're looking at the camera, you're lying. Who chantros? Who Nakubo Chawu chantro?
When it is
he's lying. He knows he's lying. Answer the Bible. What is saying? You need politics. Don't know in politics. And we don't know. You can see the truth by your line. I said, I'm not all people That's my make it say. Me pacho John Mahama. And the value dollar now we who did no. 16.22. John Mahama we 16.22 per dollar.
No.
Okay. Oja saying 4.2 me wa. 4.2. 4.2. Okay. So asema mi bisa say sebe. Uselessness and the dollar cost 16.22. Why are you holding that to Mahama? Ni dikano. Ni etosu you know. Kala yedima in cities 9.4 billion. It was 9.4 billion Ghana cedis. Ghana cedis. That is why he doesn't want to quote the cedis. Because the truth of the matter is that the value of dollar has not really changed, but the value of the cedi has changed. So he prefers to quote dollar because he doesn't want to quote the cedi. And I'm saying,
the cedi
Kwabena Owusu, you are paying in dollars, but what is the value in cedi? Ghana budget dollars. No. So what are you saying? Say John Mahama times how they turn 2 cedi. No, 25 cedi. Was John Mahama now they do 5 cedis. Me kwa only 2 cedi. What are you talking about? Excuse me to say. I'm saying that John Mahama down 9.4 billion cedis. Saying that we giant the Ghana debt. The energy sector debt now we Jamaica in cities saying 300 and something billion more kind. No kind. No calculation. Maybe so only calculation.
We can beat them.
32 and 300.
No problem. 32 billion.
What's it?
I said there be.
Like we don't billion.
200 billion and not 2 billion. And not 2 billion.
32 billion
multiplied by 16 point something saying
32
billion okay
32 billion Ghana
cedis 32 billion
yes
32 billion cedis John Mahama Jao 9.4 billion cedis and then 32.4 billion cedis.
How?
The question we are asking now is that we be found 9.4 would I could do 32 billion was a room no more than yes 9.4 billion. That is why I'm telling you that Washada and compulsory is decided to speak in dollars rather than mention in cedis. Because the truth of the matter is that the value of dollar is the value of dollar. But in terms of cedis, he knows that yes, they are showing of your work. And that is why the problem is there. And then again, 1.8 billion now, it is the 1.8 billion that is Ghana government, ministries, agencies now that is the money they owe ECG, 1.8 billion Ghana cedis. ECG inquire a car abai any ECG inquire 1.8 billion cedis. And then your dollar is the one that we have left for you. So in cedis we left you 9.4 billion. You have now sent it to according to chairman calculation and then multiply this car more de canal and I'm 32 billion. Pacho 9.4 billion any 32 billion. We be saw Kwabena 9.
And the South, you see, I keep saying the NDC, they thrive on literacy, they thrive on we see now, we now see 32, and they thrive on Sebi, as long as one law formula, you're very confused, you're making tracks of no affair. Because honestly, as long as we hear, you know, we keep you. A blue say BBC and the amount. That was 16 or more. A debt now was 6, according to your own figures, was $2.2 billion. Listen, I said okay, no problem. Today, a canoe above the drew 1.2 billion. Why? About Ghana. Okay, 1.2 billion. Agreement almost signed. Back on kind of say then uselessness no Kwabena me say okay no problem you find 1.2 billion Kwabena me say Kwabena oh masa jaja ni brefu Kwabena tell me oh forget it Kwabena is way Pacho catch chairman say catch chairman Kwabena catch chairman say my I don't know me but only me 1.2 billion no catch say on converting 1.2 billion no enko cedis catch say 1.2 billion no on converting no say yeah 1.2 billion now almost every zonal community has a hospital. Almost every zonal community a friend is saying
Seminar way and it's a show was sitting not to Abano.
You can't tell us all commentators about Kofi Bacho.
I saw me in every and this show was sitting not to Abba. Say Dr. Bomia, say John Mohammed.
Doom so that's some now kind of Mahama Ba, a beba, Bamia Ba. One now kind, what's a Mahama Ba, Mr. Bamia Ba, Emma.
It's who could not be a cassette, Kwabena say, Mahama Ba.
Ah, that's all I can. What's the Mahama Ba, baby, ready? Baby, I could do there. Mahama Ba, Doomson Beba. If you move, it's on fire, a book, a normal and fat plants.
Hey, Chama Wadi. Now you miss Anu. Was it? Next time you're ready, I am a hint. I said, young me mutus on your case. I said, no, you're in an essential was sitting not to Yamintin and which I know your case. My East African finger and first, now you're Juma Dance, and say, Hard Pigs. Good evening.